News 7x7 is a unique channel dedicated to the news from dairy industry. Every week you receive brief on top 7 dairy news on this YouTube channel from India and abroad. These news could be seen in detail on our channel dairynews7x7.com also. You may write in the comment box on the dairy topics of your interest. We will try to develop news feature on the same. Your constant feedback and patronage to this channel is our source of inspiration. Top 7 dairy news from the week of May 2nd will cover innovations to mitigate carbon emissions by the dairy sector. About 2.51 lakh crore farm loan waived off by states since 2012. Promote startup culture for Atmanirbharta in fodder. Mozzarella cheese leads the product diversity in dairy. Dairy farmers rearing indigenous cows will get rupees 900 per month in MP. How drones can help dairy farms manage methane emissions. And global dairy auction plummets 8.5% as buyers balk at high prices. India's declaration at the Glasgow summit to cut its emission to net zero by 2070. There is a clarion call within every industry to create a roadmap for mitigating carbon footprint. A study of FAO has found that 36% of GHG in India originate from its agri-food system. Further, 14.5% of all human-caused greenhouse gas emissions come from livestock supply chains. Against this backdrop, if we break down the data on livestock's contribution to greenhouse, then 90% contribution comes from cattle and buffaloes, while the remaining 10% comes from small ruminants. Against this backdrop, there are model cooperatives like Banas Dairy, which has begun generating 200 cubic meters of raw biogas from dung manure daily. After purification, the dairy cooperative converts the raw biogas to 800 kgs of bio-CNG and sells the CNG at Rs 50 per kg, which is lower than the market rate. This bio-CNG is now being used for fuel requirements of milk tanker, etc. for Banas Dairy. Under NDDB's manure management initiative, biogas plants are installed by the dairy farmers in their backyard for producing gas to be used as cooking fuel. The bio-slurry produced from these biogas plants is primarily used by farmers in their own field, and surplus bio-slurry gets sold to other farmers or converted into organic fertilizers. To make farmers Atmanirbhar, the government should instead nurture a healthy credit culture and empower them via a robust ecosystem, rather than relieving all the borrowers irrespective of this distress level. The report titled Farm Loan Waivers in India, Assessing Impact and Looking Ahead, published by NABARD and Bharat Krishak Samaj, has recommended. Overall, it emerges that a farm loan waiver may be reserved as a tool as it was originally designed to be a one-off event meant for situations of extreme plight like severe and widespread drought or flood. The report also said that farm loan waiver increased farmers' chances of willful defaults, including from honest farmers. The study found that more than 40% of the very highly distressed surveyed farmers in Maharashtra, Punjab and UP, which implemented farm loan waiver in 2017-18, did not receive any waiver benefits, and they paid an interest of 9.5 to 21% from informal sources as against 5.9 to 7.7% from institutional sources. After 2009, when UPA announced 52,000 crore farm loan waiver, 13 states implemented their schemes, waiving off about 2.51 lakh crores. The recent crisis of dry fodder has attracted considerable national attention over the last few months. Reportedly, the two major reasons are: first, farmers opted for mustard crop in place of wheat in northern Indian plains, and second, early onset of summer coupled with an exceptional rise in temperatures that caused significant loss to the tune of 4 to 8 quintals per acre in wheat field. Wheat straw is widely used as animal fodder. A ban by the authorities on inter-district transport of dry fodder and its sales to brick kiln and cardboard factories has worsened the fodder shortages. The recent reported deficit in green fodder is 11.24%, while the country is experiencing 23.4% shortage in dry fodder and around 29% in concentrates. The centre, states and other institutions must join hands to foster an entrepreneurial ecosystem in the fodder sector. Production of certified fodder seeds, fodder blocks and azola, silage and hay preparation, feed palleting, hydroponic fodder production are some of the potential areas which can be promoted as business and must come under bank financing. Mozzarella cheese is not a local product, nor widely consumed in India outside our metros, or even widely produced in India. Essentially a milk paneer butter country, our per capita annual consumption of cheese is less than 200 grams, compared to a global average of 7 kg per annum. Cheese production in India accounts for less than 1% of total dairy item production, and its household penetration is currently no more than 5%. So it puzzled observers when the Union Cabinet rolled out a 10,900 crore PLI or production linked incentive support for food products including mozzarella. The selected applicants who invest in creating manufacturing units are then incentivized with monetary support that ranges from 4 to 10% of their incremental sales of the product, mozzarella in this case, capped each year at a certain maximum amount. In Gujarat's Anand district, whose signature ODOP is dairy product, Amul's ambitious plan pivoted around buffalo milk based mozzarella. Unlike the normally used cow milk, the mozzarella PLI turned out to be a remarkably well conceptualized move which would eventually result in a win-win for all parties involved. The Madhya Pradesh government has announced that farmers who raise indigenous or desi cows will receive rupees 900 per month to a total of 1,08,000 per annum. The remark was made by Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan while virtually addressing a Niti Aayog session on agriculture. To encourage natural farming, the CM has also announced the formation of the Madhya Pradesh Natural Agriculture Development Board. Shivraj Chauhan during the workshop stated that cows that are desi are necessary for natural farming and farmers should have at least one desi cow on their property. The government officials have agreed to provide such farmers with a sum of rupees 900 each month. In addition to this, the CM said the MP government will begin specific measures to encourage natural farming in 100 villages in each of the state's 52 districts. Natural farming practices will begin in 5,200 communities across the state during the current Kharif crop session. Accurate atmospheric measurements directly over their farm can help farmers fight climate change. Dairy farmers bulldoze the mess into artificial ponds called manure lagoons, where anaerobic microbes break it down into methane, a powerful greenhouse gas. Methane traps 80% more heat in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide, contributing to around 1/4 of climate change to date. About 50% of the methane that California emits comes from dairy farms, but there isn't currently a reliable way for dairy farmers to measure the amount of methane produced on their farm. To achieve this goal, Gonzalez Rocha has developed a new method for extracting wind velocity estimates from disturbances to drone motion caused by wind. This algorithm has been adapted to a drone-based air core system. An air core is similar to an ice core, a plug of ice pulled from a glacier that can reveal changes in atmospheric composition over time. By combining wind velocity and air core measurement capabilities, drones can help detect, localize, and estimate methane emissions at fine spatial scales, otherwise difficult to resolve using standard wind and air composition measurement techniques. Dairy prices plummeted at the fastest rate in 7 years at the latest global auction as buyers appear to have balked at record high prices. The global dairy trade price index dropped 8.5% to 1379 at the bi-monthly auction overnight. That's the biggest fall since August 4, 2015 when the index shed 9.3%. Recent auctions have been impacted by supply chain disruptions due to COVID-19 lockdowns in China, but analysts say the latest results suggest buyers may be balking at high prices. The average price for whole milk powder, which accounted for more than half the auction volume, fell 6.5% to a 4-month low of $3,916 a ton, the biggest drop since March last year. Castelson said the decline was largely driven by regions outside of North Asia who seem to have decided they didn't want to pay the high prices any longer. Skim milk powder fell 6.5% to $4,130 per ton. Anhydrous milk fat slumped 12.1% to $6,008 per ton. Butter dropped 12.5% to $5,807 per ton. Cheddar slid 8.6% to $5,652 per ton. And buttermilk powder dropped for the last time since November, 6.1% to $4,203 per ton.
Thanks for watching Dairy News 7x7 channel with news update from last 7 days. To continue receiving update from this channel, I Kuldeep Sharma request you to subscribe this channel and share and like the video, and also don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.